Well, because of it, I'm alive.
Do you think you wouldn't have been otherwise?
There were dark days.
And this brought the light back.
I didn't even know that this kind of happiness was possible.
Oh, that, of course, was a clip from Wounded Heroes, a documentary that we've been able to talk with in the past. And I love checking in with guests that we have spoke with in the past, especially ones who are making a difference. And that's exactly what Michael Gier has done with this documentary, Wounded Heroes. Now, we spoke about the impact that it's had on PTSD and the awards the documentary has won. But now we get to talk about a free screening of the film. And joining Michael today is the lovely Lynn Fisher, who's behind the screening, making it possible. Good to see you again in person. Our last interview was through screen. So welcome back, Lynn. Nice to meet you. How are you guys?
Great to be here. Thank you. Great.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Just seeing, I mean, what, 20 seconds, if that?
Yeah.
You see the emotion behind your documentary. Give people an idea of what Wounded Heroes is all about in case they had not heard about it yet.
So that was an example of somebody who was battling post-traumatic stress. She thought she'd have to live a miserable life for the rest of her life. But she found an alternative treatment that changed her life, gave her life back. And that's what the film is about. It's filled with veterans and first responders who are battling post-traumatic stress, but who found something that have helped them get to the other side where they're living a life, as one veteran said, worth living. So it's very powerful. So we brought the screening. We're doing a screening here in Tampa locally. I'm excited to be here. It's a powerful film and it's going to change lives.
And one of the big reasons you are here was because a fan of the documentary, Lynn, personally impacted.
Yes.
Explain how you were impacted by the film and why you wanted to take it a step further.
Thank you. Well, I had actually seen the film prior to an event that happened with our family. We had a family member that was a victim of sexual assault. We as family members were affected, so with Michael's help, we were able to work with Myrna, one of the therapists that you'll see in the film. She'll actually be present at the screening. And we were able to do some ART therapy with her and had amazing results. And I work work daily with veterans and active duty military and just want to extend literal healing and just the awareness of what can be done to overcome PTS.
And it's interesting, both of you now have referred to it as PTS. I said PTSD in the intro there because that's what's commonly known, but we're trying to change that a little bit. Why are we dropping the D? Michael?
Well, I did an interview in San Diego, and afterwards, it was a TV interview, I got an email from a veteran saying, I am not disordered, because I made the mistake of saying post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about it at the time, so I did a lot of research, and I realized they're right. It's not a disorder. It's post-traumatic stress. Some call it post-traumatic stress injury because it's something that can be healed. It's an injury. They're not disordered. And so we make a point of that in the film itself.
And of course, we're making a change there, you know, talking about PTS now, but you're also making a change in the way people think about treatments. And that's, of course, you said the alternative treatments that impacted your family.
Right.
Why is it important for you as a filmmaker to be able to share those ways to change lives? And of course, like we saw in the film there, make lives better.
Well, this all started because of a veteran I met in San Diego. His name was Carl. He was battling post-traumatic stress. He was in his late 20s on 16 different medications, down from 18. That's a lot of medications for a 20-year-old. And he told me it wasn't actually helping. It was pushing back symptoms, but it didn't solve the problem. So that set me off on a 3-year journey to find solutions that would actually make a difference, solve the problem. And the film is filled with the alternative treatments that I did find that have changed lives, that have solved the problem, or made a significant difference in the person's life.
And that's, of course, the screening that we're talking about is happening Saturday. It's a free screening, and because you are behind that, explain why you wanted to be able to share this documentary with those that maybe not have the financial means or not be in the right location or might not be able to know how to check out a documentary.
Well, again, just here in Tampa with MacDill Air Force Base being local, so many friends that are suffering. I think there's such a great opportunity. You know, there's 6%, I did some research, 6% of the American population suffer from PTS.
Wow.
Many of them are handed just what Michael described, a handful of medications.
Yeah.
Medications have their place, but there is healing and there's opportunities. But I think one of the biggest things is that avoidance is also a common symptom. So my encouragement to those who are watching today would be that maybe they come on behalf of a family member or a friend that's suffering, because that individual might not come. Just to gain awareness and come alongside them, stand in the gap and bring forward some healing solutions that really can heal.
That's a great idea. You know, we've only got about 30 seconds left, and we just shared the information again on the free screening. And for you, I want to get the last take here. What would you like to share with people who are on the fence, or maybe, like you said, have a family member, know someone who could impact? Why should they come out and check out this free screening?
Well, if they are battling post-traumatic stress, or they know somebody who is, it's going to be filled with information that's going to help. We're also going to have alternative treatment representatives there, and a free lunch, and a free barbecue. What's the name of that?
Yeah, Sarge's Barbecue.
There you go.
Yep.
I love barbecue. I can't wait to see Sarge's Barbecue.
Veteran-owned Sarge's Barbecue.
And people can RSVP at screeningrsvp.com.
That's wonderful, and I'm glad you just said the website, because we wanted to stress it one more time. Of course, there's all the info, where it's located. Don't forget, though, to RSVP. Thank you both. Great to see you, Michael. Lynn, wonderful to meet you. I'm so glad we're able to do this for our community.